Hello, welcome to the introduction of the WebAir Intelligent Motion Control System Height Limiter. So when this system starts up, it informs you that there's a height limiting system on the machine and some do's and don'ts to do with the system. So read that and press any button to continue. So this is the main operating page where you can see an excavator with some green arrows at the moment around it. They're denoting that you can move without any restriction in each direction as it's shown on the arrows. So across the bottom you have some touch buttons to give you different features and options on the system. You have a supervisor key switch on the side here, and then on the opposite side there is a USB port for taking backups of event logs and reprogramming if necessary. So on the first button here you have a height. This button is for setting the height limit. Now this is accessed with limit key switch, so that will isolate that button if required, and the key can be taken away without the ability then of the operator to change any height limit. So to set a height limit, you just press the height limit button and it brings up the screen for setting the limit. So it shows you the current height, which is the highest measured point of the machine. It shows you a limit height as one has been set, and then across the bottom you have different options. So the first button is just an on-off button. So if it's off, you turn it on, it'll turn on, it'll remember the last setting that was in there and it'll turn that on, or you can turn it off and it will remove any height limit then on the system. So there are different ways of setting a height limit. You can go to set here, which uses the highest measure point of the machine, and then at that point you will see here it'll show you that there's a height limit set and that you've hit that limit. An alternative way of setting a height limit is to use the arrows to change the height limit to whatever you want it set to, or what you're instructed to set it to, and then when you go back to your main screen it will give you that height limit on the screen. So if I lift the sensor up here, you can see as I get closer to a limit, it will say limit approach and beep at you to warn you that you're getting close to the limit. And then when you hit the limit, whatever part it's restricting will go red and you will not be able to move. And then when you come away, it will allow you to move again. And then other options include a brightness button. So the brightness button will put the screen brighter and darker for day and night time. It has a time and date on this screen here. You can, via passcode, change this time and date, and that is used in this event log. So this event log will record every time the height limit has been set, every time the system has been started, every time you hit a height limit, and it'll give you some information to do with it as well. And then here you have a save button, so at any point you can extract the event log and put it on a USB stick, and then your IMC supplier can supply you with a small app to put on your computer so you can easily read exactly what the events happened in a chronological order. And then you have some setting buttons here for testing, so you can test settings, turn them on and off. You have a beacon setting as well, so that's another option, so that you can have a blue beacon on your cab, so when a height limit is set it'll turn a blue beacon on. And then you have a test button for the beacon buzzer. Then you have just visual setting here for the key switch, and then green arrow back to your main operating page. And so that's it. It's a very simple system to use, and you'll find it's a great addition to any machine.